This information is up to date as of patch 1.1.0. If the information is no longer accurate, I will provide updated information in the description below. Rivals of Aether 2 has just over 3 million Aether coins worth of cosmetics that can be purchased from the coin shop. This includes icons, emotes, palettes, skins, death effects, and respawn platforms. And if you want to collect every skin, you'll need to achieve a collective 1100 levels. If you're only collecting the items you want, that may not seem so bad, but for any cosmetic collector, it will definitely feel like an uphill battle. As of writing this script, I'm currently 200,000 Aether coins away from finishing the coin shop, collective level 1430, and nearly 900 hours in, so as any Final Fantasy XIV veteran might say, that's not nearly as bad as it could be, and means 100% completion is absolutely feasible. I do admit that I buy the game's bundle packs, making the grind a little less insurmountable, but I'll go over that another time. Today's focus is on how you can start understanding and improving your EXP and coin gains right now. First of all, the best $20 you'll ever spend past the entry fee is on the starter bundle. Not only does it immediately give you 2,000 Aether bucks and 100,000 Aether coin, it permanently increases your coin gains across every single income source. And besides, it's the only way to get the 101 video series icons. I need you to look at him, he's so perfect! In the current state of the game, that technically makes the starter bundle worth about 800,000 Aether coins, assuming you grind out the entire 3.1 million's worth of coin shop cosmetics and then stop there. And every game you play without buying the bundle is just hard-earned coins going down the drain. The game currently has 30,500 bucks worth of bucks exclusive cosmetics, which includes all the rare and epic skins available in the game. So if you want my recommendation, only ever use your bucks on those items. You can always grind out as many coins as you want, but including the starter bucks, the game currently only has 5,500 grindable bucks, increasing by 250 every month and with every character release. The exception is items available in a bundle. If you want to use your starter bucks to buy the Hoculoxodont skin, icon, and emote, feel free to do so. You can always go back and buy the bundle that includes those items, and you'll get your spent bucks refunded in their entirety. Otherwise, spending your bucks on any rare skin is also a good use of those bucks, but I do have one more elephant-sized recommendation on spending your starter dough. Right now, the Primal event is more than halfway over, and the Featured tab allows you to buy Primal Loxodont for 100,000 Aether coins. If you're a Loxodont player or a collector, I highly recommend using your starter coins to purchase this skin, as it's the only time a Bucks exclusive skin has been made available to buy with coins, and the Featured tab tends to rotate twice per event. It sets an exciting precedent going forward that Bucks exclusive skins may be available for coins during the events that they're relevant as bonus event experience skins. Speaking of events, the game currently has 3. Low Poly, Winter, and Primal, and you can swap between them at any time and retain your progress. Every character, with the admittedly shocking exception of Zetterburn, has a skin that can be bought with bucks and used to grind out the event experience 20% faster, which means another 20% extra coins on a single income source. If you're focused on earning as many coins as fast as you can, collecting and using these skins is highly recommended. Keep in mind, the retro skins are currently backer exclusive, but are planned to be made available at a later time. Make sure to set the event pass whichever relevant skin you'll be grinding with. Now that we have the starter bundle and our bonus experience skin, it's time to start grinding. The most important thing to keep in mind is that your experience gain is based off of how much damage you have dealt and taken. Your coin gains are based on your experience gains. This means time spent queuing, menuing, recovering, camping, dash dancing, emoting, and taunting is all time you are not earning coins and experience. A live fast die young playstyle focused on dealing damage even at the cost of taking damage is recommended to maximize your gains. This means that the goal isn't to win, it's to interact with your opponents, which is honestly one of the better deals in live service experience game, as it means it's totally okay to lose, and lose, and lose. Remember that we're aiming to maximize earnings over time, not per match, so keep that in mind as we continue. I'll go over the pros and cons of every mode, as thankfully Rivals of Aether 2 allows you to earn experience and coin progress in every online and even local mode. Starting with online, we have 1v1, 2v2, 2v2 with a friend, free-for-all, and ranked. Out of these modes, the best way to earn experience and coins is 2v2 with a friend. You spend less time in queue than in solo 2v2 thanks to one of those spots already being filled by your friend. You have 2 more people to deal damage to than in 1v1, you spend less time dead than in free-for-all since you can steal stocks, and on top of all that, 2v2 matches give an increased 25% experience. There will be doubles games where you easily earn 440 experience, and the lobbies tend to last way longer than free-for-all lobbies, which means less time waiting in queue. If you don't have a friend to play with, doubles and free-for-all are still technically worth it, but the longer queue times can really kill the per time value, especially in free-for-all where queues take way too long, lobbies die if a single person leaves, and spending any amount of downtime being dead or playing with a bad faith free-for-all player is an absolute progression killer. Unfortunately, the 50% experience bonus is just not worth it. If 2v2 is unfeasible, 1v1 casual works just as well. especially in lobbies where your opponent sticks around and keeps getting back into game with you quickly. Then there's Ranked, and hooboy, let me rant about Ranked for a second. First off, Ranked is good for one thing: determining your skill level compared to others in a purely competitive environment. It is not a good mode for grinding experience. It's not even a good mode for improving your play. Sure, it helps to improve your understanding of the competitive environment, the importance of counterpicking characters and stages, and how playstyles adjust when people are playing to win above all else, but you don't learn a subject by taking tests. You just get better at taking tests. People in Ranked will go to extra lengths to ensure you can't hit them, and are more likely to camp you out if they can get away with it. Overall, taking and dealing damage just takes more time in a competitive environment, as people are focused on taking stocks and keeping their own. If you truly want to get better at the game, seeking opponents who will play long sets with you, where you can get feedback and try new things in a low-stress environment, is the best way to do that. I won't get into a detailed explanation on how to improve at improving here, but I wanted to bring up talking about public and private lobbies. So technically, the experience gain in public and private lobbies is abysmal. Experience gain is formulated in a way to incentivize players into keeping the matchmaking queues alive, and that is a good thing. It's not exactly halved, but you'll really only be gaining around 90 to 120 experience per 3 or 4 minute match. Now don't get me wrong, over time this is not bad experience, and playing with someone you're comfortable with over a long period of time is a lot more bearable than the grab bag that is online strangers. I know it's not always the vibe, but if you're willing to host a lobby with someone, you can always just 2v2 with them and at least triple your gains. Now that we've covered all of the online modes, we can move over to local. Keep in mind, even when playing local, you must maintain an internet connection, as experience and coin gain is handled by the game's servers. You'll know you're online by whether or not your characters have their levels displayed on the character select screen. Currently, the modes that offer experience and coin gains is Versus Mode, Arcade Mode, and Bot Match Mode. Versus Mode is much like private and public lobbies, in that experience gain is penalized, but allows you full customization over the mode. If playing multiplayer, it's technically an experience loss, since no matter how many human players are playing, only one player gains experience. If the other players want to earn experience too, they're better off hopping on their own machines. But trust me, it is better this way. If the best way to gain experience was to play local versus with 4 players, the best way to grind experience would be very hands-off and uninteresting, and probably just botted. The system being the way it is also decentivizes all CPU games. It's really not worth the time doing any sort of experience farming strategy where you're not actively playing, and that is a good thing for the game's health. Then we have Arcade Mode, which is the holy grail of experience gain. At least for the first 22 or 33 clears. Arcade Mode has 3 difficulties, and each first Arcade Mode clear, per difficulty per character, nets you a bonus 2,000 experience, which is exactly 2 levels. As long as you can get each first clear done within a half hour, it's absolutely worth your time and will net you a total of 66 bonus levels and earn you $50 per character that you haven't leveled past 1 yet. Unfortunately, after you get your first time clears, the mode is pretty much worthless. There's an exclusive palette you can earn per character by clearing hard mode in under 4.5 minutes, sure, but in terms of experience and coin gains, it falls off hard due to all the downtime. A raw clear will only earn you about 140 experience, despite taking at least 5 minutes of your time. The last mode is Bot Match, and I admit I'm surprised by how reliable this mode is for experience gain. It's not penalized like Versus, probably because you can't customize the game mode and it requires active participation. It's still not as good as doubles with a friend, especially since local experience caps at 200 a match, but considering it's a mode you can pause, or even autopilot if you're good enough, it's a great low-stress, low-commitment way to grind levels. At least as long as you're ending matches quickly to avoid hitting the 200 experience cap, even if it means 3-stocking yourself. The bot's current level doesn't seem to affect experience gain, so there's no penalty to losing. You're generally aiming to end matches in 2 to 3 minutes, taking and dealing at least 600% damage. So to quickly summarize, double with your friends is the best way to gain experience and coins, but casual singles is good as long as you don't spend too much time in menus and queues. Public and private lobbies with a friend is barely okay, so if you can 2v2 with them, just do that. Getting all your first time clears in arcade mode is worth the bonus 66 total levels if your clears take less than a half an hour each, and bot match mode is worth it as long as you're aware of how much time you're spending in each match, since local experience is capped per match. It's highly recommended you purchase the starter bundle, and use the starter bucks to purchase a skin that has an event experience bonus, and always use a bonus event experience skin with its corresponding event active. With enough time and effort, you'll amass an Aether fortune to use in the coin shop, which I'll go over another time. If you have any questions, corrections, recommendations, or topic requests, I'd definitely love to hear from you in the comment section below. If you enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate a like and a sub, and don't forget to forward strong that bell, as I'd like to keep making videos focused on the live service aspects of the game. Until then, I'll scrawl you later.